what you and Aaron and I have been working on forever, which is bus situations. One of the sticking points has always been the stroller situation. And we thought at our last meeting that we had resolved that it would be up to the discretion of the driver to determine that the bus was free enough to allow people to bring their strollers on board. As it happened, I was at RIRA this afternoon at 4 o'clock when a woman who was quite distraught came in with her child bundled up in a stroller with one of those plastic covers over it, on this bitter cold day, saying that she had been denied access to the bus. The driver had simply driven away. She wanted to speak to someone. Her contention was that the bus was not overcrowded, that she had just come from an emergency room with her sick child in 18-degree weather, and the bus drove away. Her meeting was with Lee, who is the transportation person. I don't know how it resolved, but it sounds to me like we've got some more work to do.
And I will point out today and yesterday just have been especially interesting days in terms of bus service because there's actually a lot more riders because it's really cold out. We'll figure that out. And so the normal, gee, I'll walk, 10 blocks from the Manhattan Park to the subway is like take a bus, okay? And also they did have a bus out of service, so if you, it was the morning of yesterday. So they've had some issues, but that sounds like that's just a management issue and nothing for us to do with that.
Well, this issue is, again, it's a matter of discretion and...
No, I'm saying that's an issue for us to worry about.
Sure.
The bus being out of service, I think, is...
Of course.
Just
it's going to take time.
We will follow.
Yeah, what constitutes good judgment is not something that's a work in progress. I'm sorry?
You know the name of the person?
I don't, but we can ask Ms.
We will follow.
She met with her and the rest of us. So I'm glad that they're following up on it.
Excuse me, Schuler is not being represented tonight. All the group of us people are here. As much as I enjoy
Yes, but
her,
she gets to speak along with everyone else. She can't vote tonight, but she does get to speak.
is there anyone in the gallery?
No.
Sharon is an elected, alternate to the common council.
Okay, I love her almost, but,
Sharon, did you have an issue?
I sure do, thanks, Matt. Two things. First of all, the confirmation email that Frank sent out was for 8:30, not at 8 o'clock. So I'm looking at the, because I can't do 8 o'clock. I can only do 8:30. So I just wanted to clear that up. And also, I'm interested, and that's 8:30 January 11th in Island House, 555 Island House. Also, I would like to know what the city policy is for strollers on New York City buses. I knew you would have the answer to that, Aaron.
Yeah.
They don't permit open strollers.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Well,
The last day.
Hold on, just to be precise. No. To be precise, is
No,
that...
Aaron is precise now.
What?
But Aaron's precise.
Is it correct to add more precision to Aaron? Is their policy is not to allow open strollers and the drivers to say to the passenger, you need to close your stroller. However, if the person manages to get on with an open stroller, it's not their job to enforce it.
Okay, I'm totally confused.
Yeah,
I thought that the city, is it true, Aaron, that the city policy is to allow closed strollers?
Well, sure. It's not carrying
Okay, all right. So, are open strollers allowed on city buses?
No.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
No.
Also,
But also skaters with shopping carts aren't allowed on Sunday.
That's true.
But remember, in the city, the mother or whoever has some reasonable alternatives. They can go on the subway without any problem. They can take a taxi at a cost.
Sure.
You
Totally,
can't
I
do
get
that
that.
at Roosevelt Island. We don't have any alternatives to the bus. Yeah. Except walking.
Okay.
You're in a taxi.
Rarely.
Not, I'm not talking
Can
about
you get a cab?
on the other.
If I could make one
You
other
can't get
point,
on the
I'm very sorry to hear about what happened with the woman in the stroller. However, I have found that the bus drivers are extremely receptive and really quite nice. And unfortunately, this happened. I'm very surprised that she took that detour to RIRA before actually going home, since she was just coming in from the emergency room. But with that aside, I think that it should be emphasized that the drivers are extremely receptive and responsive to passenger requests. And like the train conductor, like the airline stewardess, like New York City bus drivers, these bus drivers on the island should be able to make the decision whether or not it's feasible to have an open cart on the bus.
Sharon, I'm sure that this is a period of training in which, as drivers become more experienced, it will sort itself out. Drivers are receptive to us. We are a small town.
Okay.
So I think this
You're
is something
right.
that can be readily.
You're right.
Also, remember, Ms. Cap, that could also be the situation, it also was to be good to get.
It's very true. Okay, moving right along. Frank, did you have anything else? Yeah, Barbara?
Can't hear you.
Oh, yes.
Before the traffic was changed, the red bus used to let people in wheelchairs get off at the tram if you had to take the train. Now they do not allow us to get off at the tram. We have to get off at the stop where the subway riders get off and walk to the tram. Cold weather, rain, whatever. And my daughter is in a power wheelchair, being in the rain, and having to walk that extra distance is a problem. And the reason, some drivers will take us down there, some home, and they say that they can't take us because it's public, it's a safety hazard to let us off down there.
Frank, would you?
Let me just explain. They did actually mention this to us. The issue with them is that when they bring a bus and drop people off, there needs to be a curb there that they're dropping. And since there's no curb there, they're not supposed to open up and drop off like that. So that's the reason why but they are building the curb for that. They're aware of that. It's not a long-term policy. It's just a matter of they need to do some construction work, minor construction